At the time of the production of this video, Gameweek 31 Plus is not complete, with Man City still to play Burnley, although at the time of its release the game week is likely to be over. Gameweek 30 Plus started off strong for the team, although the second round of matches, particularly for the double game week players, probably could have gone a little bit better. Here's how the team looked before the start of the game week, and here's a brief summary of how they did. In goals, Dean Henderson had a stellar display against Aston Villa, securing 11 points in his first match back. Although his second match against Newcastle only saw him bring in 2 points, 13 points in total for the game week is a good return. At the back, all but one defender had a return in points. Harry Maguire's error along with David De Gea's cost Manchester United a clean sheet and a much needed win, making him the only player in the back five not to have a clean sheet. Jack Grealish struggled on his return, drawing a blank against both Sheffield United and Chelsea. Worse yet, Mo Salah didn't even make an appearance for Liverpool in the Merseyside derby due to fitness issues, which is the same reason Robertson was left out of the squad entirely. Bruno Fernandes and Jimenez both scored for their respective teams, while Jamie Vardy also drew a blank. The star of the show was Kevin De Bruyne. Placing the armband on the Man City midfielder ended up being the correct choice, as he scored and assisted against Arsenal while also claiming 3 bonus points. Although he's not starting against them, if he does play against Burnley and performs well, he could well bring in a very high return for Gameweek 30 Plus. As it stands, going into Gameweek 31 Plus, my goal of having a green arrow into 100,000 and scoring above 1,720 was a success, as at the time of production, my overall ranking is 98,559 and my total score is 1,737. Now let's go into Gameweek 31 Plus's team selection. I've used the 2 free transfers to bring in Rui Patricio and Adama Traore for Nick Pope and Jack Grealish respectively. The plan was always to transfer out Jack Grealish, although Adama came as a surprise choice. He played just 26 minutes on his return and provided an assist. He might just feature longer in the next game, and he's becoming an ever-dangerous presence in the Premier League. Nick Pope is up against a Watford side who are desperate to stay out of relegation and might provide more trouble than expected, even for the keeper with the most clean sheets. In defense is a back 3 of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Harry Maguire and Cagliari Soyuncu. Trent Alexander speaks for himself as a defensive choice, and Leicester City secured a clean sheet the last time they played against Brighton. Harry Maguire made a costly mistake against Spurs, but United still have a strong defense and are expected to take advantage of Sheffield's last match. Alongside Traore, the midfield 5 has Barnes, Fernandes, De Bruyne and Salah. Barnes is becoming quite the presence in the Leicester side and didn't play the full game against Watford, meaning he might just feature against Brighton. Before the break, he was becoming one of Leicester's most important players. Mo Salah didn't feature at all against Everton and is sure to start against Palace. Liverpool are anxious to win the trophy as soon as possible and are likely to play the strongest available team to do that, especially since the first game rust is out of the way. The major decision is stripping KDB of the captaincy and giving it to Bruno Fernandes. Manchester United have been boosted by the return of Paul Pogba, and we saw a small glimpse of what the two men can do together. With Pogba playing in a deeper role than Bruno, this leaves the Portuguese man to do what he does in the attacking third. With Bruno on penalty duties, I felt it best to have him wear the armband this game week, with KDB taking the vice-captaincy due to Pep's rotation. There's also a chance KDB doesn't start and only features for a few minutes, wasting the armband, just how he wasn't selected to start against Burnley for City's second match. As the top goal scorer, Jamie Vardy is still a threat, and Jimenez has showed why he's been selected as well. Along with the 2 Sheffield defenders on the bench, due to them playing against Manchester United, Mason Greenwood is our first substitute, as he might get a lot more game time in the coming weeks. With an overall rank of just above 98,000 and total score of 1737, the goal for this game week is to see a green arrow into 95,000 and a score above 1780. Go ahead and leave your own fantasy tips in the comments below, and be sure to like the video if you did, subscribe to the channel for more Premier League content, and hit the bell notification icon so you know when the next video is released.